Complications, Olivia nodded. That means me. Exactly. They need you and Sophia gone before the funeral, James said gently. However, I've made it clear that as Andrew's legal wife, you've got every right to be there. They can't bar you. He handed her a business card. My personal cell is on the back. Call anytime. After he left, Olivia returned to the room and found Sophia conscious, clutching her stuffed rabbit. Is Daddy an angel now? She asked. Olivia sat beside her, heart aching. She was acutely aware of the household staff watching them, whispering among themselves. The family kept their distance. Before leaving, Olivia had hesitated about taking anything from Andrew's room but finally decided on a few small items: his favorite watch, a book from his nightstand, and the drawing Sophia had made during his final hours. As they prepared to walk out, Marcus appeared in the foyer. A second Mrs. Harrison, he muttered. Olivia steeled herself. I've been discreet for 8 years. That ends now. Before he could reply, she took Sophia's hand and walked past him, out of the house that had never welcomed them. The penthouse. Olivia tucked Sophia in for a nap and finally opened Andrew's letter. His familiar handwriting brought fresh tears. My dearest Olivia, if you're reading this, I've left. But I'm not sorry for a single moment of our life together. You and Sophia were my real world. Everything else was just shadows. By now, my family is circling, looking for ways to erase you. Don't let them fight. I've set things up to protect you both, to give you everything you deserve. It won't be easy. The family will fight, but you are strong. And when Sophia looks up at the stars, remind her that I'm watching. All my love, always, Andrew. He'd arranged everything for Sophia, meticulously documented and legally sound. As she wiped her tears, her phone rang. James again. There will be press. Inevitably. Andrew Harrison's death is news. Olivia looked at the files spread across Andrew's desk and a photo of the 3 of them from Sophia's 3rd birthday. Reality pressed in legal arrangements. Emotional upheaval. She ordered funeral clothes for herself and Sophia. When the day arrived, clear skies and unseasonable warmth greeted them. Olivia dressed Sophia in a simple black dress with a satin sash and held her hand tightly as they approached the cathedral. Marcus blocked their path. This is not appropriate, he said in a low voice. She's his daughter, Olivia replied, unflinching. For a tense moment, it seemed he might refuse them entry. Then Emma appeared beside him. Uncle Marcus, the press is watching. Several photographers had gathered across the street, lenses aimed like weapons. Marcus hesitated, then moved aside. Inside, Olivia and Sophia sat in the front row across the aisle from the immediate family. The cathedral was only partially filled. Andrew had been intensely private in life, and his final wishes reflected that. When the last hymn ended, the family rose to follow the casket. Olivia and Sophia stepped behind them. Around the grave, the family formed a tight circle. Olivia and Sophia again stood apart. Sophia tugged her mother's hand. Can I put my drawing with Daddy? Olivia hesitated, aware of the watching eyes, but nodded. Sophia approached the coffin and gently placed her folded drawing on top. Elizabeth made a small sound of protest, but said nothing. There was no denying. The child's grief was real. As the gathering dispersed, James approached Olivia. 3 o'clock. My office. Do you need the address? I know where it is, Olivia replied. The reading passed with excruciating slowness. That night, Olivia took Sophia back to the penthouse, where a friend came to stay. The lawyer's office. The conference room was already tense when she arrived. The entire Harrison family was present. A ripple of displeasure followed her entrance, but Olivia sat calmly, placing her handbag on the table. Now that everyone is here, James began, we can proceed with the reading of Andrew Harrison's last will and testament. He glanced at Marcus, who had opened his mouth to object. Furthermore, James continued, any challenges to the will must be legally substantiated. He read, to my wife, Olivia Johnson Harrison, I leave the remainder of my estate, including but not limited to our properties in New York City. A stunned silence followed. To my daughter, Sophia Elizabeth Harrison, I establish a trust to be administered by her mother. You can't possibly allow this, Elizabeth hissed. This stranger having voting shares? Exercised through the trustee, James clarified. Elizabeth turned to her lawyer. We're contesting this immediately. On what grounds? James asked calmly. Mr. Harrison was legally married to Olivia, Marcus growled. We'll see about that. There's one final section. James said, turning a page. A personal message. He began to read Andrew's letter aloud. It silenced the room. To my family. I know this comes as a shock. I regret the secrecy that surrounded the happiest part of my life. That secrecy was my choice, not Olivia's. She wanted openness. I chose protection, but I was wrong. Olivia and Sophia are my family, my real family, built on love and choice. They deserve to be acknowledged in life, not just in death. To Olivia, stand your ground. To Sophia, I'm sorry I won't see you grow up. But know this, family is about love, not bloodlines. They deserve your respect. They are the future of the Harrison legacy. When James finished, the room was still. I'll contest first thing tomorrow, Elizabeth snapped. This isn't over. Olivia rose. I never thought it would be Marcus, but Andrew prepared for this. Every document is airtight. In the meantime, James added, I suggest you reflect on Andrew's final message. He wanted peace, not war. As she turned to leave, Emma stopped her. I meant what I said earlier. He would have wanted you there today, and he'd be proud of how you're handling this. Olivia squeezed her hand. Thank you. That means more than you know. 2 weeks passed since the reading. As expected, the Harrisons launched an all-out legal offensive. At the Harrison Industries lobby, Olivia stepped through the revolving doors. The receptionist looked up, startled. Can I help you? Ma'am, I'm here to see Linda Chen, head of PR. Inside the sleek office, Linda, a polished woman in her 40s, greeted her. Mrs. Harrison, thank you for coming. I appreciate your willingness to meet here. This company was important to my husband, Olivia replied. They discussed a carefully worded statement confirming Olivia's marriage to Andrew, acknowledging their daughter, and addressing the legal challenges. Olivia's only reply was firm. Andrew made his wishes clear. I hope his family will respect that. The article ran 3 days later, accompanied by a photo of Olivia, Sophia, and Andrew at the beach house, a timer photo, one of the few glimpses into their private life. Public sentiment shifted. The narrative of a man torn between love and duty resonated with people. Sympathy grew for Olivia and Sophia. James called. The family wants to meet. To ask me to relinquish everything? Olivia asked. To discuss a compromise, James said. Anonymous sources had accused Olivia of trapping Andrew. Then Marcus accessed Andrew's medical records, weaponizing them. Olivia, furious, filed an emergency injunction and won her first legal victory. A message: she would not be bullied. 3 weeks after Andrew's death, Olivia received an unexpected visitor, Elizabeth Harrison. May I come in? She asked. Sophia was asleep. Olivia stepped aside. This is lovely, Elizabeth said, looking around the penthouse, Andrew's hidden sanctuary. Would you like some tea? They sat in silence until Elizabeth said, I saw that photo in the article. He looked so happy with you. Olivia opened an envelope Elizabeth passed her. Inside were pictures she had never seen: Sophia as a newborn, Olivia asleep with her daughter, Andrew smiling at Christmas. He kept us with him, Olivia whispered. Elizabeth nodded. He loved you. That's clear now. She stood to leave. When Sophia wakes, tell her Aunt Elizabeth said hello. It was a small gesture, but it mattered. That night, Olivia's phone rang. Mrs. Harrison? A man said. You don't know me. I worked with your husband, his assistant. Robert explained. Andrew had recorded a video for years earlier with instructions to deliver it to Olivia if anything happened. He hadn't been able to retrieve it until now. Olivia thanked him through tears. The next day, she held a USB drive in her palm, Andrew's handwriting on the envelope. Alone, she played the video. Andrew's face filled the screen. Healthy, vibrant. Olivia, he began. This is everything you'll need to prove your rights. But it's more than that. I, Andrew Harrison, state unequivocally that Olivia Johnson Harrison and our daughter Sophia Elizabeth Harrison are my family, my real family. I kept our marriage secret to protect you. My family has a history of control. When I was 20, I loved someone they disapproved of. They destroyed it. When I met you, I knew what they'd do. Not just because you're black, though that played a part, but because of their judgment, their manipulation. I wanted Sophia to know her family, but I hid you both. That was wrong. This year, I was going to tell them. I had the words. I just waited too long. The screen went black. An hour later, James sat stunned in Olivia's living room. This changes everything. Should we take it to court? Olivia asked. James nodded slowly. We'll try one meeting. No lawyers, just family. The video might be enough. The next night, Olivia faced the Harrisons at James' office. Tension crackled in the air. I know you see me as someone who appeared out of nowhere, Olivia said, but I'm not a fraud. We were Andrew's family. He chose us. She played the video. Disbelief turned to dawning comprehension. Andrew's voice filled the room. You were never the secret. You were the light I was too afraid to share. Even Marcus was silent. Emma whispered. That was the real Andrew, not the businessman. The man who loved you. I loved him too, Olivia replied. Marcus turned to the window. You have no idea what's at stake here. I do, Olivia said. And I'm not asking to run the company. I just want Sophia to inherit what Andrew left her. They negotiated. Olivia agreed to a voting trust, 3 trustees herself and 2 rotating Harrison family members. She also requested regular contact between Sophia and her father's family. Elizabeth smiled. We'd like that too. Emma stepped forward. Uncle Marcus, apologize. He swallowed. We're sorry for how we've treated you both. Even Catherine added, we'd like to start a foundation in Andrew's name. Something meaningful. Olivia nodded. I think he'd like that. A year later, everything had changed. On a sunny afternoon, Sophia played in the garden now. Fully part of the Harrison family. Olivia, sipping tea with Emma, smiled. You could have destroyed this family, Emma said. Instead, you saved it. Because we're a family now, Olivia replied. They'd moved into Andrew's childhood. Home renovated, symbolic. Sophia loved the backyard, her cousins, her new life. Olivia now led the Andrew Harrison Foundation supporting education, space programs, and causes he believed in. A tea family movie night. Sophia cuddled beside her. Later, alone on the balcony, Olivia looked at the stars. One twinkled more brightly. We're okay, she whispered. She knows you. They all do now. Not all secrets are meant to stay hidden. Sometimes they lead us home.